there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I am a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video. This time I'm reacting to Michael Jackson performing Earth Song in 1996 live in Brunei. Let's have a listen.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fears? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine?
I'm going to stop for a minute. I've been doing a lot of Michael Jackson reactions, as you guys well know, and I haven't done any from this era. But what's interesting to me is normally, the earlier in the 80s, definitely was moving around a lot. And he's standing still, and which is not like him. He's usually very active. But right here, he's got, he's telling us something that's very important. And that's what I'm getting here.
Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore? What have we done to the world? Look what we've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your only son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore?
Pause again, and I'm sorry, I do have to pause because a lot of videos are getting blocked for things, so I'm trying to make it in the most perfect time. And gosh, I almost have a tear in my eye. Here it is, 2020, everybody's in lockdown, it's super crazy. This is the day before Thanksgiving, and Michael 96 was talking about these things. Michael had a huge heart. He was a huge humanitarian. So I hope I can make it through without crying here, but such a stunning performance so far.
I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are, although I know we're drifting by.
pause just a second. I'm so emotional. I can feel the emotion, and I'm holding back the tears here because 96, we're in a crisis now. Nothing's changed. And Michael had this big heart about the animals and the elephants. What a beautiful soul. He's almost like this angel with this cape fluttering, and that backing band and the choir is just really, really incredible. And I just want to, before I forget, sometimes I'm going to stop because I need to remember, he does a lot of this hoo, hoo, the H, so he has, so I teach that with singers using that H, hoo, hoo. So that's kind of one of his signature kind of improvs. But again, also I want to point out when he's looking at this crowd, he looks all around. Obviously when you're in a big, auditorium like this, you can't see people, but he makes a point to turn his head throughout the crowd. He was so caring. Even the animals and the elephants, oh my goodness, it's so sweet.
I love you all. Assalamualaikum. Peace, Brunei, and a good night. Thank you. Good night.
That was an emotional concert. Oh my gosh. I loved it. Well, what can I say? I love everything that Michael's done and all the songs, but this one was recommended by several people that this was an amazing concert. And the Earth song, yeah, 1996, come on guys. That was so long ago, and nothing's changed right now. So I just feel Michael had such a big heart. He was such a humanitarian. He loved people, and he gave everything he could on stage. He was always in the moment with his songs. And this one is one of the most beautiful ones about we're here on the earth. So we're in a crisis right now, years later. He wasn't here for this time. It'd be really interesting to see what he would think about all the things that have gone on this 2020. But I think what he's showing is that we have to love each other in the earth. What about the animals? What about the sea creatures? What about the people all over the planet? This is huge. So he has this giant heart for everybody. And what I've heard too is he was a humanitarian, and he actually did a lot of donations and traveled, and he didn't get credit for it because he had such a big heart, and he felt the pain of the world. This is one of his big songs that is really, it's almost like a protest song, like stop all this corruption and stop all the money making and slavery all over the world, because we can come together. And so I feel like he has this vision. Now, here we go. I'm a reactor, I'm a voice teacher reactor, but I can't help but react to his message and his big heart. Now, I know this is kind of the era where he was going to do some lip syncing with his more dance-oriented songs. This one was not. In fact, like I said at the very beginning, he was pretty still. He was very still. It was not like him, because this, you could tell, was something that he felt so deeply about how to help the world, how to make the world a better place. So much of his songs is like how to make the world a better place. And so powerful, so emotional. But I do want to talk just a bit, make a little segue to talking about what we call the shout chorus. Because what was going on is what we call, what about us? The chorus is doing, what about us? And then he's singing over it. So they're constantly singing this shout chorus that kind of is like a loop. There's a loop. And then he's singing around that. Now that tradition really comes from the African culture, where they basically are improvising around another riff, very rhythmical. And you also can see that, you know, he loved, gosh, now I can't remember the singers. There's certain singers that he was really influenced by. James Brown, I think, is one of them. And also you had that kind of syncopation. So what about us? Dun, dun. What about us? Great chorus, great band. And then he's kind of weaving in between the lyrics, and usually on the offbeat, syncopating it. So we get this huge build up as it loops around and loops around. But then near the end, it kind of calms. Yeah, so it was pretty dramatic, but in a subtle way. It was definitely one of the more subtle performances that Michael has done, but so heartfelt. And you can just feel his love for not only humanity, but all the creatures of the world. And I can only hope that he's looking down now and helping. So, all right, you Michael Jackson fans, if you love Michael Jackson as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of all of my uploads. And also, I want to let you know that if you are interested in some voice lessons, you can go to my website at vocalsplendor.com. I've actually been teaching since 2011 online. I've been teaching longer than that. So I'm very experienced about getting great results with online lessons. And I also want to let you know of my 2 passion projects. The first one is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's a group for people. It's a private Facebook group for people who are interested in spirituality and the creative arts. And that means all of it. Songwriters, public speakers, poets, artists, painters, craftsmen that also love spirituality. I feel like Michael would have been right at home there, because we're holding this vibration, because when we create, we are experiencing the creative divine. That's what we're doing. And then my other group is called YouTube Success Strategies. It's also a private Facebook group, and it is where I'm teaching people how to succeed on YouTube. So I'm teaching YouTube techniques to build your audience on YouTube. And both of those are free private Facebook groups, and you can find all the information below in the description. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.